the secret to getting and keeping ratings is so deceptively simple that no one will do it, and that is find out what they want and give it to them. Don't ask questions, don't try to put it into a formula, don't try to tweak it, don't try to add or take anything away from it. The audience knows what they want. I don't until I read the request. A general manager certainly doesn't. Most program directors don't. So if you will get a broad base of input, you know, like a lot of people calling, and just follow it, numbers will go right up. But people won't do it. It's like, well, it can't be that simple. Well, of course it is. It's just like a retail store. You know, if you have a product that's doing well, you stock more of it, right? And well, you get the analogy. It's whatever they're requesting that week, that month, that year. And it's pretty consistent. Like, I'm Your Puppet is always in there. And there's always spicy stuff in there. Like, there was one we were playing for a while called My Commanding Wife. It was hot for about 2 weeks and then died a horrible death. Here's Oogum Boogum, there's a Brenton Wood. Stand By Me, Rockin' Robin, Sitting in the Park, Why Don't You Believe Me by Little Joe, Rainbow 65. It's not mine sound, it's just a sound of those songs that are requested. It's kind of like the records or the cuts that are on a CD called the East LA Story, I think it is. Yeah. And I would say that there's an 80% overlap. In other words, like 80% of those on that CD are also hot in El Paso, and I presume in Brownsville and all along the border. It's kind of like border music. But I know that the the taste of the Hispanics here along the border is vastly different from the like the East Coast. The Puerto Ricans and the Cubans have like a whole other group of music that they like, and it doesn't overlap much at all. It might as well be like Frank Sinatra or something. It's pretty broad. I mean,
R&B's big.
Oh yeah, it's almost all black and brown artists. I mean, hardly any. Once in a while though, somebody will get through, like Billy Joe Royal, The Greatest Love is just like a top 20, you know. But it's like that's why you can't say, well, let's just play all the black and brown artists. You got to say, let's play what they're requesting and see how we do. It's hard to define, and you know what? Today it isn't as it was a year ago, nor is it as it will be in a year, and it's changed a lot since I put this format onto a little AM station in El Paso in about 1981 or something, and we called it El Paso Style because we just couldn't think of an encompassing phrase. And that station jumped from a 2 to a 4 to a 6 to an 8.7, came out number 2 even against the FMs, you know, and it was a little low wattage station, 250 watts at 9, 1,000 in the day. You couldn't get it in a lot of parts of town, but we had a really good rapport with the audience, and we were just jokers, and I hired guys off the street to be disc jockeys, and because they already they got it. You don't have to train them, you know. They've already got it, and just show them how to work the equipment, and they're a hit. I cashed in on the lowrider set. No, it just happens that a lot of the songs that are being requested by a large percentage or a big chunk of the audience are those songs which are also lowrider songs, and that's why we chose that name of Cruisin' with Crosno, because it's kind of that image of laying back on a Sunday afternoon, and you're out there outside with a family with a barbecue and having laughs, and it's warm and pleasant, and you want the right songs playing in the background, and that's what I try to do. And I also try not to get in the way of them. You know, there are a lot of songs that I would love to give smart answers to the lyrics, you know, because it's like all I can do to hold myself back from just opening the mic and saying, "Oh yeah," or something in the middle of a song. But that would not be deeply appreciated by a majority. But you know what? Once in a while, that's okay, because there's a faction of the audience that likes that unexpected, outrageous, and it's nothing is sacred. See, not even the music we all love. You know, you got to be able to kid it a little bit.